MTG Buddies.
Hello, friends, and welcome, buddies. We are in the middle of a Murders at Karloff Manor quick draft. I originally wasn't planning on recording this draft, but I had some second thoughts. After a good draft and a solid first game win, I took a break, got some exercise. I like to row. I highly recommend it to anybody. Very low impact, but great cardiovascular exercise. And I realized it'd be a shame to pass up a recording, a little video of what I drafted here. So since we missed the draft, let me show you the deck real quick, and then we'll go ahead and dive into game number 2. Now, I did not only draft one bomb, I drafted 2. Check this out. Not only do we have an Ezram, do you see anything else? We also drafted an Aurelia's Vindicator. So if I don't trophy, I will eat my shoe. Now, the rest of the draft went pretty well. I didn't get a lot of great creature cards. I mean, I did get a couple of Novice Inspectors, which go a long way. And I think for a deck like this, Forensic Researcher is going to be helpful. Since we lack a lot of powerful creatures other than our bombs, I built this deck around control. You can see we have a couple of out colds. We have multiple counter spells. We have a bounce and a make your move. And to top it off, a fuss bother. So enough about that. Let's go ahead and dive into game number 2. And we're going to trophy this bad boy. Okay, very quick. Opponent is Phileas. And I think this is fine. We have counters to buy us some time, and we have a turn 3 creature as well. We are on the play, which is very helpful. Neighborhood Guardian, absolutely going to counter that. Okay, let's go ahead and play the Forensic Researcher. Okay, that's not a big deal. Then we will pass. That is an easy, reasonable doubt. And I don't think I will suspect. Yeah, I think we'll just pass here. Wow, there's a bomb. There is a bomb. But I don't think I want to play it right now because I'm concerned about removal. So I think I'll play a Crime Stopper Sprite. And then what if I tap their Detective and attack with a Forensic Researcher? I do want to play the Crime Stopper Sprite. No, actually, I think I'm going to pass. And we will either do a No More Lies here. Yep. That has reach, and so I do think it's appropriate to counter that. Considering we have a number of flyers. And then I can play the Crime Stopper Sprite and put a stun on one of their creatures. Okay, so let's put a stun on their Detective. I think that'll be good. And let's go ahead and attack for 1. Okay, that's not a big deal. I guess it has to... Oh, it doesn't have to exile. It's a choice, right? You can exile up to 2. Oh, that's a little disappointing. Think a Hazda Vigilante. And do we attack? Nope. I don't think we'll attack. What we can do is, and we don't, when we would kill the Griffnaught tracker, so I'm not sure I even see the point into tapping it. Let's pass. I'm not sure what I was thinking. I wasn't thinking. We can't kill the Griffnaught tracker because it doesn't have reach. Okay. I think they have a combat trick here. If I don't block, they're going to... They might have on the job. If they have on the job, my Hazda Vigilante will die. Okay. It's still going to die. But we got rid of 2 of their creatures. That's okay. Another out cold. Interesting. Let's play that face down. And I think we will pass. And then we will tap down the Griffnaught tracker because we don't have reach now. And we need 3 mana. There we go. I like that. Let's attack with this. And we will not crack a clue right now. Let's let the opponent play their card. I think we tap it down again. We'll pass. We'll see if they play. They don't play. Okay. Another Novice Inspector. Let's go ahead and attack with everything. We'll play a Novice Inspector. And then we can always out cold again. I want to keep the Aurelia's Vindicator face down. I wonder if they have a board wipe. That would be upsetting. Let's do an out cold so it's stunned. Awesome win. I wonder what they had in their hand. I mean, if it was land, surely they would have played it. If it was a creature, they would have played it. They had 3 cards in their hand and 7 untapped mana. But that was a great win. All right, we are 2-0 in the draft. Let's queue up for game number 3. Opponent is CM Hodges. This looks like another great hand. We have a creature on turn 1. We have an exit specialist for turn 3 that we could flip. We have a No More Lies. Okay. Pretty good start. I am going to need some more land, but this is a good start, I think. Yikes. Okay, let's pass. And I think this is going to be a surefire counter. A deduce? Yeah, I'll do No More Lies on a deduce. I don't want him to draw a card and investigate. I think that's fine. We won't block. We have a land. That's great. Let's go ahead and throw down the exit specialist. And I think we can attack and get in 1 damage. I'm not planning on using the Novice Inspector to kill the Evidence Examiner. And next turn... Okay. Next turn, I think we... Do we bounce the Cold Case Cracker? Play a Cold Case Cracker of our own? Or do we pass and play an Out Cold? I think we might pass and play an Out Cold. Yeah, let's do that. Let's pass. We'll play an Out Cold so they can't attack. At the beginning of combat, so we will Out Cold now. Well, they might have a counter spell. Maybe a Reasonable Doubt. Nope. Loxodon Eavesdropper, okay. We will play our Ezram Agency Chief now, because they could bounce it with like an Exit Specialist or an untimely exit. But they will not be able to destroy it. Never mind. That is very unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Very unfortunate. That's okay. We do have an Aurelia's Vindicator. And we do have 4 clues. Guess I should have played the Cold Case Cracker first, huh? Let's play our Cold Case Cracker. And then we will bounce their Cold Case Cracker. So if they attack with their Loxodon Eavesdropper, do I block with mine? Let's see what they do. Yep, let's bounce the Cold Case. And let's use the Exit Specialist and the Novice Inspector, I think, to block. Yep. And that way we keep our flyer. Killer Among Us. Yikes. Okay. Let's crack a clue. Let's attack. And we'll end our turn. Okay, let's crack another clue. Ah, that looks nice. They are going to swing for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, unfortunately. So I won't be able to attack again. I'm going to have to defend. I would imagine they're going to sacrifice the Killer Among Us. Yep, a Merfolk. It seems like people tend to pick Merfolk as the killer. All right. Let's counter that. Oh no, only a Nervous Gardener. Yikes. Oh no. Oh no. Well, we will outcold the Evidence Examiner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. We will outcold the Evidence Examiner. And we can do No More Lies on whatever spell they have. They cast next turn. Okay. We'll cast to them. And that is... There's no point in doing No More Lies because they can pay to get that. I'm going to tap those without cold. Stun them, I guess. All right. We'll let them go to combat. They're going to be able to make 2 clues because they have 2 evidence examiners. Let's counter that. Yikes. Well, I thought I had a good deck, but theirs is really good as well. Let's put a stun counter on the other evidence examiner. And we need to collect 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then I think we swing with the cold case cracker. We need to get some damage in. Let's crack a clue. And we might as well go ahead and play that. And we will crack another clue. And I could really use an Aurelia's Vindicator. And then I'll flip it, and I'll take all their creatures off the board. That would be wonderful. Yeah, I am really regretting playing the Ezram before the Cold Case Cracker. I should have saved the Ezram for later in the game. That would have been better. I might just not have enough on the board. If I don't get that Aurelia's Vindicator this coming turn, then that might be that. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Crack our last clue, last chance. Okay. Let's crack that clue. Unauthorized exit. That buys me a teeny bit of time. So I think we need to bounce the merfolk, of course. We'll have to trade cold case crackers. They have a boatload of clues, apparently. We can trade a Crime Stopper sprite with an evidence examiner. And we can trade one of their other tokens with a novice inspector. Well, shoot. I still think if we let that die, they're going to hit me for 3. I'll bounce this, 3. We could trade 4. Oh, no. At least we get a clue. Maybe we'll get the Aurelia's Vindicator. We're going to put that bad boy on the bottom. I have plenty of land. I don't think I need my 12th land. Oh, yeah, that's too bad. I probably should have bounced it. Yep. We have to block. We have to block. We're going to take 4. They could have a combat trick to make it. Yep, that's too bad. GG. Save the Ezram for later in the game. Once the opponent has fewer cards in their hand, and therefore it's less likely to kill it. At least that's the idea. We'll queue up for game 3. Leeward is the opponent. Game number 3. Okay, we have a couple of 2-drop. We got a 1-drop, a 2-drop, a 3-drop. Let's keep it. If we can get a 3rd token, we can flip the case, because we're going to have our 2nd token with the Gravestone Strider. I think we ditch a land. We'll keep the Fuss Bother. That is a lovely card to see. Play the Gravestone Strider so we can get a blocker on the board. Well, I'm certainly happy they used the long goodbye on the Gravestone Strider and not Aurelia's Vindicator. Let's play the Bubble Smug face down. Do we block? What might they have? The only thing they might have is a toxin analysis, and so I think I do want them to use that on an unscrupulous agent. Oh, a presumed dead. Huh. Okay. I don't know if I have ever played against that card. Ruh-roh. Okay, we'll play that face down. We'll flip it, and we'll be able to get a flyer, assuming we have a land. Unfortunately, I've now missed 2 land drops. 2 lands. Okay, very good. And we will... I think we just pass. And then I can flip this, the Gadget Technician, and then that will let me kill the Curious Cadaver. Okay, let's flip it. We'll pass. Block the Curious Cadaver. Looks like they have another combat trick. A Burden of Proof. So I can use the Make Your Move on that. That's okay, I'll crack the clue. I'm definitely okay with another land for the Aurelia's Vindicator. Let's go ahead and attack for 3. And we'll do Make Your Move on their turn. If they have a counter, we'll be able to pay. Okay, very nice. We'll take 1 damage. And do we want to use the Gravestone Strider on the Curious Cadaver, that 4-mana card? Sure, why not? So we're going to take at least 1. Okay. Whenever 1 or more creature cards leaves your graveyard, each opponent loses 1 life, and they gain 1 life. I'm going to play the Bubble Smuggler face down. And I'm going to play the Aurelia's Vindicator face down. We'll get both those on the board. We're not going to block, in case they have Toxin Analysis. And I think we keep the Aurelia's Vindicator face down. And I think we attack with the Bubble Smuggler. Go ahead and turn that face up now. And then next turn, hopefully they play a creature. And I will turn the Aurelia's Vindicator face up. And then I will be able to take 3 of their creatures. Yeah, I hope they play a creature. Nope. Okay, if they cast Murder on it, I will have no more lies. So I need to have 6 mana, and there's only 7 available here. And so I think I go ahead and attack with the Bubble Smug. We will pass, because we can always turn the Aurelia's Vindicator up on their turn as well. Okay, so we'll take 1. They're not playing a creature. Well, they have to block. Okay. We will still pass. We are close. The No More Lies is definitely a little bit weaker now that we're entering the end game, considering the opponent has 7 lands. They're going to get rid of the Bubble Smug. And what I might do is cast No More Lies, make them pay 3. No, I don't think that makes sense. We'll let it resolve. We'll pass. What do they have in their hand? Because I think I do play Aurelia's Vindicator now. Unless they have another Extract the Confession, which would be devastating. I don't think I'm gonna flip it. Maybe we do flip it now. And we pick up the Unscrupulous Agent. We get 4 and some lifelink. All right, let's see if they have a counter. They do not. Good game. Excellent game. Whew. Let's queue up for game 4. Wow, a 0-second queue. Love to see it. We are playing against Opax. I have a 1 mana. I have a 2 or a 3. 2 2s, and either one I can play as a 3, so I think this is definitely a good hand. Ezram is in our hand. Let's see what we can do. I think we will crack that clue. We'll do planes. Let's go ahead and play the Exit Specialist face down. And then if we get another land, we can play 2 creatures. Okay. We can. So let's play the Novice Inspector and the Bubble Smuggler. Since they're playing only green cards right now, we don't yet know if they are doing green-white or green-black. Okay, it looks like it's green-black, so we need to be careful of removal. That's okay. We can bounce that Rakish Scoundrel. Yeah, I think that's what we do. Let's play Novice Inspector. We will bounce the Rakish Scoundrel. And we will attack with everything. Or do we keep the Exit Specialist back? No, let's attack with everything. I was thinking we might keep the Exit Specialist back to defend. But I don't think that's necessary right now. Okay, it's a good sign. Oh, green, black, and red. So we can attack with the Exit Specialist and get in for free. I'm liking all this land, but I learned my lesson. I don't want to play my Ezram yet. Let's end the turn. We have a lot of options here. We can out cold. We can make your move. We're going to make the move on that creature. Or do we do out cold right now? I think we do out cold right now and then make your move on our turn. I think that's going to be best. So we'll out cold them. We don't need to pay the ward. We'll do make your move. We will attack with everything. And I don't think we want to play the Gravestone Strider. We'll crack a clue on their turn. We did solve the case, which is great. That's going to give us a flyer. That's pretty awful. That's pretty awful. Yeah. Okay. So they're going to get a lot of cards in their hand. The good news, though, is that I have a Forensic Researcher. And even though they're going to get cards in their hand, let me think here. This flyer will not have Summoning Sickness. I will play the Forensic Researcher. Next turn, I'll be able to tap Rakdos. I'll play the Gravestone Strider. Forensic Researcher in the Summoning Sickness is chronically a problem when I have it in my hand. If I play the Exit Specialist, it will be blocked by the Rumble Belt Maverick. I don't want to kill it. I don't want my Exit Specialist to die. So I'm going to pass my turn, and I'm going to hold my breath. We're going to take 6 for sure. I would imagine the Rakdos is going to attack. That's really... That's, yeah, that's too bad, isn't it? That's too bad. I'm only gonna chump. We will not attack. And I think if, yeah, see, if they attack with everything, then I think we'll be able to get them on our follow-up attack. I'm not going to block. Next turn, we're going to have to play Ezram, I think. Dang. Dang, dang, dang. If we can survive, that is amazing. That's what we have to do. We have to play it face down. We will pass. We can flip the Gadget Technician if need be. When a creature, put an imposter counter on each creature you control. When that creature dies, swap it out with something in the graveyard. Ooh, baby. Let's see how they attack. Yeah. Although that doesn't flip until their next turn. When I play Aurelia's Vindicator, I can take 2 of their creatures. And I think we... flip. And, of course, we still don't block. Then we play Aurelia's Vindicator. We take their Rakdos out, and we take their Culver Ambusher out. And then we swing with everything. Shoot. Well, better that than the Aurelia's Vindicator. Okay. They're going to get 2 more. All right, here we go. Rakdos is gone. Culver Ambusher is gone. And I think we attack with everything. We need 3 cards. We need 3 more damage to get in. We got him. It takes a bomb to beat a bomb. Nice. Okay, let's get to game number 5. Game number 5 is going to be against Marquee Mark. Marky Mark. I get it. Very cute. I think this is a fine hand. We Have a Novice Inspector. No more lands, please. At least not for a few turns. We can crack the clue. Awesome. Love to see it. We can cast No More Lies on whatever they play next. We can... Oh, yeah, that's a good one. That's a good counter. I like that. Let's not attack. And we'll crack the clue on their turn. We can't really do anything else. They could play a 4... a 4-power creature. But, no, we'll crack our clue. We will play our Gravestone Strider. And we'll pass. If we keep 2 mana up... I mean, we have to keep 2 mana up, right? It's not like I have another 2-drop to play. But they don't know that. They think that I could have another counter, which I don't. And I block because there is no one mana combat trick for white mana. So I think we play the Hazda Vigilante right now. And then we will attack with the Gravestone Strider. Nope, there isn't a point because the Hedge Whisperer can block, so that's okay. But next turn what we can do is attack with the Hazda Vigilante and the Gravestone Strider. And that will put 3 damage on the Gravestone. Looks like they're going to get rid of the Hazda. I'd rather have them use it on the Hazda than the Aurelia's Vindicator. Now do we play it face down? Yep. Don't really have anything else right now. We'll pass. We have a lot of land, which is great. So we're going to be able to scoop up. We're going to do Make Your Move on the case of the Pilfered Proof. And then we're going to... Let's think here. How much mana will I have? I have 7, which means I can take 3 creatures out. One, two, three. We attack. Now we do need to be careful of Get a Leg Up. We don't have Get a Leg Up right now. I think we attack with the Aurelia's Vindicator. And if things go south, what I can do is cast Unauthorized Exit on my own card, on the Vindicator, to keep it alive. Okay, that looks good. We'll play another Plains. We will attack. Now the question is, do we do Unauthorized Exit on the Rift Burst? Or do we do it on my Aurelia's Vindicator? If I do it on the Rift Burst, they go down to 6. This bad boy... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... I think we do it on my Vindicator. That looks good. We'll keep the Bubble Smug. We'll play the Aurelia's Vindicator again. Hopefully they don't have a removal. They're going to have to pay the ward cost. I'm glad we have a bubble smuggler coming. We're going to take that damage. No blocks. Pass. What do they have in their hand? War Leader's Call. That's fine. That's fine. Resolve. And we're going to do Aurelia's Vindicator, and we will pick up all 3 of those cards. 1, 2, 3. Auto pay. Let's get all 3 of them. We will attack with everything. We will play the planes. We'll play the bubble smug. And as long as they don't have the, what's the White Wrath effect? No more witnesses. That's not going to be enough. Excellent game. Awesome game. We are looking pretty good. So what's the record right now? I think we're 4-1. We are currently 5-1, and we are on our way to a trophy. But let's take it one game at a time, and let's queue up for game number 6. Okay, here we go. Opponent is found. Game number 6 is against Lurgoyf. I think maybe I'm pronouncing that right. I'm not sure. I think this is actually a pretty nice hand. Nice controlling hand to start. Now we have some options. We can play Gravestone Strider or Reasonable Doubt. I think I actually play the Gravestone Strider first because on there, yep, we'll get a blocker in play. And then on their next turn, they won't have the mana to counter the Reasonable Doubt. Okay. We'll do planes, and we will pass. Whatever they have next is we're gonna cast Reasonable Doubt. I wonder if it's a Neighborhood Guardian. We only see planes so far. I'm sure they are thinking I have a counter, and they would be correct. Whenever you see islands or islands and plains, and it's your turn and the opponent has all their mana available, you gotta be afraid of a counter, right? Now, I could have a combat trick like Auspicious Arrival as well. All right. Reasonable Doubt. Do I want to suspect a creature? No, I do not. And what did we counter? A Museum Night Watch. I'm okay with that. I think that's a good thing to counter. It's a 3/2 that when it dies becomes a 2/2. All right. And I don't think we attack. Unfortunately, I missed a land drop, but I am happy to have the Ezra. I would love to just get 2 more lands in a row. I'm sure they're thinking, yep, about a counter. So there we go. A Defenestrated Phantom. I'm okay with getting rid of a flyer. Let's go ahead and block the Market Watch Phantom. So we'll play the Novice Inspector. And they don't know that we do kind of have a counter in the form of the Unauthorized Exit, but they don't know exactly what we have. They do see we have 2 mana available. And I think we will wait for them to attack. I assume they will attack with just the Market Watch Phantom. I don't think I actually want to bounce it, because I really need to get another land. That's good. That is good. Awesome. We have enough for an Ezra. Okay, so I think do we attack with both? No, I don't think there's a point to attacking yet. I don't see the value in that. They'll crack their clue. So we have two options here, right? We can out cold on their turn before combat, or we could do unauthorized exit. I think we probably do the out cold. Yeah, let's do the out cold. And they can attack with the Goblin Mask Maker this turn. I think we do play the Ezram now. They don't have a clue, so they couldn't crack it and hit it with a Galvanize. They only have planes. They could have a make your move, but I don't think I want to play around a make your move when I'm already down. I really want to get a creature on the board, and as long as I can survive one turn, then I can put hexproof on the Ezram. Okay, that's good. So please, no make your move. Pretty please. That is a great sign. So let's go ahead and cast the Novice Inspector. And let's swing. Let's put a lifelink on it. And then we will still have hexproof. He's looking at it. I wonder if he's not sure what it does, or if he has a combat trick. Okay. I don't think I need to put vigilance on him. I really want to make sure I have enough clues available to be able to put hexproof on Ezram. I think that's really important. Okay, so what do we want to do here? I think they pretty clearly have a... Oh, what do you call it? A combat trick. Let's play unauthorized exit on the Perimeter Enforcer. I don't think we need another island right now. And I don't think we block. If they had an on the job, it would be not great. We would lose all three of those blockers. And I'd rather take the damage considering we can put lifelink on Ezram. We'll put lifelink on it. And I do think we attack with everything to get in the 3 damage, because I'm sure they're going to defend with a Perimeter Enforcer, right? Okay. That looks good. If they cast an on the job, that would make the Market Watch Phantom have 4 power, and at that point I can make the move on it. If they load up the Perimeter Enforcer with who has the lifelink with, say, an on the job and an Auspicious Arrival, then I can do make your move on that. But they do need to be very careful because they only have 7 life left, and they're going to need some defenders. Unless, of course, they have that board wipe, no witnesses, but I think they would have played it by now if they did. Okay. I'm definitely okay if they attack with a Perimeter Enforcer. But I don't think they will. I hope they do, but I don't think they will. They needed to block the Ezram. And considering how much life I have now, I don't think it's necessary to put lifelink on the Ezram. Vigilance could be an option, but I still think it's more important to have hexproof on it. They're probably thinking about how many blockers they need. Gotta have at least one flyer to stop the Ezram. Really? I'll pass. Offender at large. Okay, they're gonna get 3 life. And we have another planes. I think we do get the lifelink. Let's attack. And let's see what they do next turn about make your move on the offender at large, or if they buff the perimeter enforcer. They definitely understand they want to make use of that lifelink, but at the same time, they need somebody to stop the Ezram. I think we blow up the offender at large. We'll pass. I assume they'll attack with the offender, because they'll have the Goblin Maskmaker, the Novice Inspector, and the Face Down card to defend against our ground forces, or Strider and our 2 Inspectors. But I definitely understand why the opponent is taking their time. This turn is very critical, so let's be patient. No need to spam your turn. Okay, they are declaring attackers. They might still buff the perimeter enforcer. If they attack with the perimeter enforcer, though, and they don't have another flyer, unless that face down card is a gadget technician, that will generate a 1/1 Thopter. I think there is a strong possibility of that. Also attacking with the Goblin Maskmaker, they could have a face down card, so we are not going to block. Pass, no blocks. What are they gonna buff? On the job. There it is. And we kill the offender at large. We pass. They don't have enough to flip the face down card. We have a cold case cracker. We attack for... I think we do need the lifelink here. I can always sacrifice the Gravestone Strider too. We have our lifelink. Let's just attack with that. Okay, so if they have removal for the Ezram, I can sacrifice the Gravestone Strider. They have to... No, they don't have to keep the Perimeter Enforcer back, because if that face down card is the Gadget Technician, they'll have the 1/1 Thopter. But if they do attack with a Perimeter Enforcer, I think that's a pretty easy block with a Cold Case Cracker, because when it dies, it will investigate. Let's be patient. Okay. We'll pass. My turn. No attacks. And we attack with everything. That is why we keep the Gravestone Strider. So they need to block the Ezram with a Perimeter Enforcer. They'll get 1 life and go up to 4, but then they'll take 3 from the Cold Case Cracker and go down to 1. They can still come back, though. Absolutely, 100%. Defenestrated Phantom. We got to do the hexproof to keep it alive. They can double block the Ezram. The Cold Case Cracker goes in, they lose both of their flyers, and they will go down to 1 life. They trade that. They trade that, okay. So then they go up to 4 life, but I keep my Ezram. And I get a clue. So again, I have another hexproof option for the Ezram. Was that the best decision for them? I don't know. I don't know. But that is for them to figure out. Let's see what they have. I can exile something from their graveyard. They're not going to have anything to... They're not going to have any cards that pull from the graveyard, so I don't need to do anything with the Gravestone Strider. Wow! Wow! Amazing! What a bomb! My friend, what a bomb! Cool. Okay. I mean, they can get in for 4 damage. They could even swing with the Market Watch Phantom. So I'm going to go down to 13, then 12, 11. I assume they attack with the Market Watch Phantom. They draw a card, of course. I think we... block the Novice Inspector. Okay, very nice. Very nice. Gonna go ahead and use the Gravestone Strider and get some of that clutter off the screen. What do they have in their hand? What else? They need another flyer. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. They're not going to flip that for 1. And so their Aurelia Vindicator, their Aurelia the Law Above, will need to block. Wow. Wow. Okay. Let's attack. They block. They have no choice if they want to win, if they want a chance, which they absolutely do have a chance. That's no problem. Then we create some Thopters. And I don't think we want to know more lies, because they have so much mana. Do we want an out cold? We will take an out cold. We'll keep the island, make them think that we have some kind of, I don't know, something in our hand. Makeshift Binding, I can cast Hexproof on it. I'm very glad I kept all those tokens for Hexproof and didn't waste them on Vigilance. Now, do they gain the life? I don't think they get the life, because yeah, it doesn't look like they got the life. Get a life, bro. Okay. We're gonna out cold their face down cards, and we attack with everything, and that will be that. That is a good game. That was a great game, Lurgoyf. That was a great game. And this will seal the deal. Wow. But you know what? I have another artifact I can sacrifice. Sacrifice the artifact and give it hexproof. Great game, Lurgoyf. That was an awesome game. If you're out there, I hope you see this video. That was a really good game. I think you made all the right moves. Played all the right hands, all the right turns. All right. Friends and buddies, we are at the final boss. This is for the trophy. We are 6-1. This will be game number 8. Okay, who is the boss? Kenthin. Okay, Kenthin, let's have a good game. We got a 1-drop, a 2-drop, a 3-drop, a 5-drop. This is a fast keep, and we are on the play, which makes it even better. We're going to keep those tokens, unless we don't get lands. We're going to play another novice, absolutely. Reckless Detective, okay. Let's go ahead and attack, because we're not going to be able to block the Reckless Detective. So we might as well get in for little damage, right? Now, whatever they play next, it's going to be No More Lies. Well, not whatever they play next. It depends. We'll see. They are going to hit me for 2. The Gravestone Strider in the graveyard to exile a card, but doesn't really matter. Okay. No need to do No More Lies on the Gravestone Strider. Let's go ahead and attack. We'll get 1 damage in at least. Because again, we're not going to be able to block the Reckless Detective. We could also consider cracking a clue their turn. And then next turn, we can play our Hazda Vigilante. I do not want to play the Aurelia's Vindicator yet. So we're going to take 3. What are they going to play? I do think we need to do No More Lies. They are red-white, so that is a pretty aggressive combo. Person of Interest, I will definitely cast No More Lies on that. That is a great red card. And I do think we crack a clue. I'm happy oh my gosh. Yeah, that looks great. Doesn't that look good? Let's cast the Hazda Vigilante. We have 2 bombs in our hands. This is looking pretty good. Let's attack them for 3. Then we can consider blocking with the Hazda Vigilante on this turn. I think we block the Reckless Detective, assuming they attack. I would assume they attack. They got to have something in their hands, right? Well, not necessarily. Let's wait and see. Okay, makeshift binding. That's okay. That's okay. So if they attack with the Reckless Detective, they can draw a card and discard. That means... Oh, they are not, which leads me to believe they like the cards in their hand. I think we do throw down Aurelia's Vindicator at this point. And we'll do No More Lies on their turn. Let's see what they have. Preferably something with 4 mana, so I can counter it with the No More Lies, right? A Bother, excellent. No More Lies, counter that. That is a very easy counter. Now, we could cast, or we could flip Aurelia's Vindicator. Okay, let me think here. We don't have another blue source, so we can't cast Ezram Agency Chief. I think we flip it. Do we flip it, get the Reckless Detective and Gravestone Strider out? Let's do it. Let's do it. That is going to allow us to hit for 7 and get some lifelink. Now we're tapped, so we're not going to be able to counter anything they throw at the Aurelia's Vindicator. But we do have an unauthorized exit until the end of turn. Okay, that's interesting. I think I've only played against that card a couple of times, but you definitely want to use it on an Aurelia's Vindicator. So good for them. Let's see if they play another card. What can they do with 1 mountain and 1 plain? Let's attack with everything. And we have the unauthorized exit. So if things get hairy, we can bounce the Aurelia's Vindicator. I think we are in a very good position here. Buddies, this might be it. We have a lot of lockdown. Positive Vigilante is not going to do it. We did it! We trophied. Well, buddies, thank you for joining me on this journey. It feels really good to trophy. That is only the second trophy. Let me show you one more quick look at the deck if you are interested. We got lucky. We drafted 2 amazing bombs in Ezram and Aurelia's Vindicator. We tried to keep the mana curve low, and the idea is we had a lot of counters that we could play until we could play our bombs. And it worked out. Feels good, doesn't it? All right, friends and buddies, have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.